Hey guys, welcome back. Illusion here with you again, like always, back for episode 2 of my weekly recap of the FTB Revelations 1.12 series. Lots to do here, so let's get rolling with that. Just slept, got a fresh new day to work. One thing I covered when I was doing a little bit of editing, and I did not show off my tools. Flux bore with several enchantments. Just start off with a regular flux bore, and then kind of upgraded as I kind of went through the stages and materials. Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, and Unbreaking 3. The Unbreaking, I believe, just lowers your RF draw. Luxol, self-explanatory. The Ender, I was able to loot out of, I think it was out of the Nether, and then I threw the Looting 3. Again, addressing kind of that Enderman problem. So I've been busy this past few days, and I got lost to show you. Alright, so the last episode just kind of had like, just a little starter house, and it kind of showed you the crag. Kind of what I've been working on. Not much has changed in here, except for I moved the fuel refining system. I'll show you where that. Alright, so resources. Resources were becoming a big issue. I had depleted, pretty much I was down to my last stack of iron, last stack of gold, last stack of tin. So I had to do something about that, and I got a lot of ores processing and a lot of ores to process through with that. So let's jump over to the mining dimension. Nothing on it. Right. So I got a double quarry running. Wanted to kind of go old school and get the quarry. I know with Mechanism we could do the Digiminer, or our tools could do the builder. But I just, something very satisfying to seeing a huge hole in the ground. Notice I did that, and those resources are mine. So I've been doing a lot of AFK time. Now down to like Y level 35, so it's about to start getting some good stuff. I've depleted a lot of silver and lead, so hopefully starting to get some of those resources, diamonds and redstone. So what I've done is have 5 winter generators from Mechanism going into an RF consumer, energy bridge, and then that is outputting the MJs. And then you gotta kind of buildcraft pipe it from there. Kind of going into 2 crates, and then I just have a servo pulling out all the crap that I don't need, trashing it, and then everything else is blacklisted, and then going into this storage. That way it's easy for me to fill, and this can take up to 200 stacks, so I can leave this alone for several hours and it'd be fine. And I can come and manually collect it, or I could just come and grab this storage module and then take it back home and empty it, and it's an easy, quick method. Definitely did not do the most efficient way of doing this, or the most simple, but I was having fun. And the resources have been piling in very quickly, and I'm very happy for that. Alright, so we'll jump back over to the overworld. Nothing has changed in the Nether, so we won't go there. Pretty much everything has changed in the crag biome, so let's jump there. At the end of last episode, I told you one of my next thing is I was going to start dealing with food, and I said I was going to set up kind of like a smoke shack. So that's just my little smoke shack. I'm not 100% satisfied with it, but I'm okay with it for right now. I'm okay with it. I got some animals out here. I'll show you what those are for. Come on in here. It's kind of a restaurant style feel, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to set up storage, or maybe set up a like an ender pouch to keep like a bag of food on me all the time. I don't know. I just set this up kind of temporary to kind of pull from this back room. So this is an input chest. It's there for right now because when I put this in, it was just nothing was here. So here in the back room, what I have is a bunch of drying racks from Tinkers, and then using Ender.io conduits, they will take things out of the input chest and hang them up to dry, and it's smart enough to realize when it's done, and it will pull it off and send it over here and to enter into these storage devices. So we got 1700 monster jerky, 200 beef, 200 chicken, and 231 bacon. So that's what all those animals are out there. So what I do is I'll come down here and just have a little spawn room with fluid essence from the storage room and just will spawn anything. And then by looting 3 sword, you know, like 2 minutes on each animal gave me several, like 4 stacks of each. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Definitely going to automate it, but definitely want to fix food right away, and this was a very, very quick, easy way to fix it. So then the raw meat just goes in here, and a little bit later it comes out as jerky. So kind of got that done. DecoCraft made this look a little prettier, and then it kind of have like a little smoker grill kind of thing, kind of built with the bricks, and then kind of going out of the roof. So that's just a piece of another rack lit on fire, kind of simulating a fire, and then I have a little smoker up there, kind of giving an illusion. It's kind of like a smokehouse illusion. Yeah, see what I did there? Nice. So this is where I just threw the animals for now to just kind of hang out. Then I can just come and grab them with my mob imprisonment tool and just do a little duplication. So this is kind of where I'm at, kind of where I've been building, trying to kind of get a feel of how things are going to flow. Over here, threw up a tree farm, cactus, sugarcane, and netherwort farm. So this is all done with industrial foregoing. Just have a range add-on, and then I have it all kind of customized. There's nothing in the center right now because I just needed a temporary wood, but I think that's going to be switched out to sliming saplings so they can get slime balls. And then everything is kind of piped out here to be stored. So everything comes in on the top on the insert, and then on the bottom we'll have the saplings pulling out and going back into the planter, or the sower now as it's called. And with the cactus and sugarcane, it doesn't have to. Ooh, looks like I'm missing a cactus here. Let's fix that. You don't have to replant it. It'll just harvest the top blocks. So that's why there's nothing over here. This is a sugarcane and cactus. So that's kind of a quick, easy fix. And I wanted to kind of bring up some of netherwort because I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but it definitely has fixed my wood problem, and I've already had to upgrade the spruce wood because it's each low tier thing holds 20,000, and I'm already at 27,000 because it grows as a 4x4 just like that. Is that 4x4? Oh, let me out. Yeah, I'm sorry, a 2x2. So we have two 2x2s, so the wood just comes in super quick with that. So that's a quick, quick automation and fix. Not much things to kind of work, and these are just powered with the RF transmitters from X Utilities. Down and dirty, just need some trees coming in, and I'll try to make this look a little more pretty as we kind of expand, as the base kind of grows organically. So after the tree farm kind of gets settled, I've been trying to kind of get a flow of how I want kind of things laid out. Still kind of have the center area, kind of this waterfall was built in, and I just kind of added to it and kind of had like a little bridge, you know. Kind of felt like that's fun. I've been having fun with architecture craft, really enjoying that. So nice little bridge, and hopefully it'll kind of continue to grow. Make them looking cool. So these are my coke ovens that are cooking coal turning into coal coke, and I kind of like the way it did. I looked up how coke ovens are supposed to look, and they're supposed to be kind of set into kind of like a hill, and they're supposed to be surrounded with like organic material, dirt and mud and stuff like that. So I tried to put them in kind of a cliff face and try to make it look kind of cool, and then with a little bit of lava and magma blocks, I was able to, kind of give it kind of a cool look, I think. And so you can kind of pass there. I do not have a coke oven set up, but I have the bricks, but I just haven't been sure where to put it. So quick down and dirty automation back here. It looks like I'm out of coal. So everything's got about 21 in it because I all started about the same time. So I'll bring some more coal over. It looks like I got 21 stacks of coal coke right now. So the basic mechanical pipe is pulling out the fluid, and then it's sending it over to a black hole tank. And so look at 616 buckets there, and then I would come over and just get some creosote to make the treated wood planks and stuff like that. So again, probably will ender chest, ender tank that eventually. But down and dirty automation quick, so I can kind of move on to another project. All right, nothing going on over there. So after I got the trees coming in, and I got food settled, I got coal coke coming in, I wanted to do something about my power, because I was just running off of that one windmill, which I did make it 2 windmills, so that's like 140 RF a tick. I wanted to kind of upgrade a power system, and so I was working on all that refined fuel from Buildcraft oil. So I made compression dynamos, upgraded them to the 3rd tier of signalum. Can't really progress much past the signalum right now, because the next one is resonant, and I have trouble getting resonant because I don't have a magna crucible yet. So I don't want to set up all this temporary automation, so it's fine right now. It cranks out 500 RF a tick, and there's 8 of them, so it's 4,000 RF a tick. So that's a pretty big boost to go from 140 to straight to 4,000. And then the augments that I'm using are a transmission coil, a ignition plug, which I thought was pretty cool, that's only for refined fuel. So I like that. And then I put the field limiter in there, so that way when it's not pulling power, it does not use any extra fuel. And watch what I show you. So this is 0 now with this augment, so if I pull this out, it's going to be consistently using 50 RF a tick and pulling more fuel. Stick this in here, and it will settle out and not pull any more than it needs. I've been playing with the augments, and at this point I think this is the best, so well, we'll just pull them all out. So base it's 100 RF a tick. If you just add in this one, it goes to 200. If you just add this one, it just goes to 400, and this is the 500. So I'm trying to figure out, is using this auxiliary transmission coil really even worth it? I'm not sure, and I don't know. So, but 4,000 RF a tick is plenty fine for right now. I moved the fuel system over here so it can have constant power, and I've upgraded. Well, I had these upgraded, but I want what's huh? Well, that's weird. They have disconnected. That is weird. I guess when I left the chunk or something like that. So these are hammering out, then they got refined fuel just sending it off, and then an aqueous accumulator down there sending the water because they need both, and then these are just the byproducts of the processing. Ender tank coming into a reinforced large drum. I still have 1,400 buckets left to process, and 400 buckets there ready to go. So my power system is okay for a while. 4,000 RF tick will be fine for a while. So with the help of, I made the building gadgets, all the different ones, the destruction gadget and exchanging, had all those, been playing with those. I was able to kind of carve out this kind of box with the destruction gadget. That's pretty cool. It's a little bit of a learning curve to it, but it can definitely hollow out these boxes very, very quickly. So this is going to be machine shop, workroom, ore processing area. Kind of, that's what's going to kind of go in this area. So that's kind of where I'm kind of, you can kind of see, I've kind of, trying to get my systems in place. I have wood, I have power, I have food, and then I can kind of slowly kind of start expanding from there. So that's kind of workshop-ish area. I think that's about what I've accomplished. So what I'm kind of working on next... Oh, I forgot to show something. I left it in my work chest. This morning, so this is kind of my project chest, even named project chest. So there's my blast bricks for the blast furnace, so I can start using that coal cut and turn it into steel, which I will need a lot of steel. And yeah, you can make cheaty steel or quick steel in the smeltery, but it goes through coal so fast. So I want to go ahead and get this automated. I do have a wireless transfer system from Draconic Evolution. I finally got enough Draconium to make that this morning. So that's going to be kind of the way we're going to hopefully maybe zip the power over from there and into the workroom. I think. I don't know. I may hardline it because just of the amount of power going through. And I was out here playing with it to make sure it's going to work like I thought it is. And it is. So that's kind of fun. So yeah. So kind of goals for next, kind of the next week that I'm going to work on is to kind of start filling out the workshop and start building that up and start moving some of the machines over there. I would like to at least get into 3 times ore processing, a AE2 network, probably because my storage system is still, it's not as bad, but it's still a mess. Speaking of that, this is kind of, you know, I need to start making more upgrades. I now have 31,000 wither ash, which is just incredible, and 10,000 wither dust. So, you know, definitely filling up a lot of these chests, and 500 ender pearls and 20 hearts, which I did convert some of them over. 700 wither skeleton skulls. So that's a lot of nether stars, wither stars, if we need them. So 2200 drops of evil. So yeah, I definitely spent some AFK time. Wow, that's a lot of buckets of essence. I spent some AFK time while I was doing stuff around the house just to let the quarry kind of run. I definitely want to get Botania up and running because I want to have a system for having dyes to be able to dye ender chest and ender tanks and move stuff around, since the base is going to be kind of spread out. So hopefully you guys kind of still enjoying my kind of recaps play style, and there was a couple of good comments on the episode 1, which made me feel good to kind of, you know, put some work into this, and it's nice to see somebody kind of appreciate it. So you guys have a great week, and I will see you soon, and hopefully we can continue having fun with this project. See you guys next time.